Mic check. And I guess that's working. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I'm back, Wes. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, Wes, tell me you can hear me. Loud and clear. Okay, I gotta walk away, Wes. I'm gonna walk away now and keep talking to you. So let me know if you hear the word purple. That's purple. And I'll come back and just put it in the chat so I'll know you know what I'm talking about. All right, did you hear me? Hey, okay, maybe you heard me. What did I say over there, Wes? Did you hear me? Purple. All right, sweet. All right, cool. I'm gonna go in the garage and grab some gloves, guys. So we've developed a new issue. It's pretty sweet, actually. Really sweet. So I got out on a private lake this weekend, which was really fantastic. Like, should have been most epic day ever, except the Blue Pearl decided she wasn't gonna run. And when I say run, I mean like run. She felt like we had more than a stutter. So I came home yesterday and I checked some wires, and yeah, we're down like 3 cylinders, like straight down 3 cylinders. So this is not a good thing. So today we are going to play together and we're going to do some testing. And we together are going to learn about DVOMs, digital volt ohm meters, and how you can test your stuff at home. So this should be a lot of fun. What do you guys think of that? Plugs. Okay, I'm glad you said plugs because I noticed this funny ticking, Wes. Like a really loud ticking, like tick, 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 like really hard and really loud. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. When I pulled the cowl off, the number 6 wire, no, not foul plug, the number 6 wire right here is arcing and killing itself on the block. So I've got a bad wire here on number 6. I figured that out yesterday. Let me get my towel. So I got a bad wire on number 6. So we're going to stick the DVOM on both sides. We're going to run an ohms resistance on a known working wire. And we're just going to check that other wire to see if it's just not the seat. You know, it seats into the ignition module. Yeah, we're getting straight nerdy today, boys. Straight nerdy. But I guess, you know, like I said, 2-stroke for life. Kind of stuck with this boat for the next period of however long until I decide to have enough. I did a lot of spark testing and stuff, and I think we might have 2 firing packs that aren't working. So we got some stuff we got to go through, man. We really do. This is not a lot of fun, but it looks like we're going to be hitting a couple $1,000,000 in parts here, more than likely. Where is there's my dwell. There's my tack. All right, we should be good there. All right, looks like volts. And this looks like ohms. All right, so we got all that set up. Use your finger and put it in and try starting it. Yeah, no, I did that yesterday, man. I did all that whole putting your finger on it thing and pulled these plugs and pulled these plug wires and stuff, and it was a total nightmare. But first things first, let's get this cowl off here. Is this fuel line or is this water line? This appears to be water line, so I'm not really gonna, well, Yeah, that's water line. Okay, so I'm not really going to worry about that, but I got to get this other stuff off. And the only way to do that is to start turning bolts. So let's get to it. Woohoo! You know, I know what you guys are thinking. Beards, your life is awesome. You have all this awesome time to do things. And I'm like, I do have time. The part that sucks is that when I have time, it's usually spent doing stuff like this. Now, today's supposed to be a live fishing day. If you guys remember what the plan was at the beginning of the year, today was going to be a live fishing day, Mondays and Tuesdays. But yesterday, we spent a pretty good portion of the day diagnosing this issue without you guys being there. And I'll tell you why. No offense, guys. It's not that I don't love you and appreciate all of you. I was just way too tuned up to be messing with being on a live stream. I was pissed, dude. This has been a absolute nightmare. A nightmare every time I turn around. What's going on, Scott? What are you doing, bud? We're just out here fixing the pearl, bud. Oh, yeah, let's just drop stuff. Oh, by the way, hold on, you guys. I totally forgot I had this. I bought this just for you guys so we could all kind of laugh about it. Because the last couple of times we've done some projects, we keep having little things get fallen down and not being found. I tried to go live from the GoPro, man. That's a nightmare right here where I'm at because I'm right, like I have house signal. Look. Oh, it's not even, okay, it is. Look, it's a magnetic pan. A magnetic pan. That's funny. I figured you guys might get a kick out of that. Some of you guys might. The rest of you guys can be like, what's the big deal with a magnetic pan? Nothing. Just tired of losing stuff. I guess I should just go ahead and get the magnet over here too before I even get started in this whole project. Now this should take this thing off. I say should. And that'll get us to what I need to be looking at here, which is this whole top section. I could probably just let this thing dangle. It's just got a silly little water line to it. But I noticed a couple of these head bolts right here under here and right here under here. You got a little bit loose. Oh yeah, that fell. That fell right in the motor, boys. Anybody see where she went? Oh boy, we're starting the day like that, huh? All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get the magnet. Look at that. I said to myself, I should get the magnet. Yeah, start the day. Yeah, so this is my life. I should be doing this totally different, but I'm not. And I'll tell you why. It's because I like to struggle. It lets me know it's real, as to where most guys just got it, so they just pull their boat out on the lake and starts right up and no fuel oil mix and everything's good. Then there's the two-stroke life. And the two-stroke life is no joke. For those of you that don't know, if you think you've made it and you think you've got time and you've got the ability and you've got energy and you're ready to take on a project like fishing, just buy an old two-stroke boat and get prepared because you're going to be busy. All right, I got to get up top here. We got to see what's going on. This piece got to come off. I got to find where I dropped this thing. Couldn't have gone too far. It didn't sound like it went far at all. But you know how that goes. She might have went down that way. Oh yeah, this is never-ending story here. All right, that's cool. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna move on. All right, now how does this thing come out of here? Does it? Does it pop off? I don't see any more bolts. Do you have to maybe hit this a little bit with a hammer? I don't know. All right. So what's up? What you guys been doing? Who else in here? What are you doing? What's new? Anybody got any advice on how to get this thing off here? I don't know. That's not even on, and that's connected to that. There's screws back there, but I don't think you're supposed to go back there to get it out. I got bolts on this other side. Maybe if we take the bolts free, C4, magnet fishing in the engine, it's just another Tuesday. YouTube it, Jeff. You got it, buddy. You got it, Jeff. When in doubt, content, content, content. Oh, listen to this. We got GoPros going off and stuff. Yeah, I don't know where that thing went, to be honest with you. When it fell, I was on the other side and it came this way. So, yeah, there's that. I don't think it was important, to be honest with you. I mean, if it was important, they would have put it in a totally different place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't have been somewhere where some guy like me could get to it. That's what I'm getting at. All right, hold on. Uh-oh. Did we pick the right size right off the bat, boys? It looks like we did. Is that a good view for you guys? You know, like the backseat driver? Like, you're doing that wrong. You're not turning that right. You're doing it wrong. Maybe when we get this thing off, we'll find this bolt. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just literally sitting right here. Or I'm standing on it. More than likely, I'm standing on it and pushing it in the ground. So we might have adventures of my metal detector here in a little bit. If you guys want to hang out for that, just so you know, I do a little bit of detectoring. Do a little bit of detectoring. I'm kind of a nerd. Like I said. Yeah, we might have to do a little metal detectoring for this bolt that I dropped. At least so we can rule out if it's down there or not, you know what I mean? What would really be nice is some ratcheting wrenches. That would be fancy. I know I'm going to put that on my Christmas list. You know what I mean? Ratcheting wrenches for Christmas. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, some of these are pretty rusted up. I'm wondering if I'm even turning this thing anymore, or if it's just all set and I'm literally just spinning it in a circle. I'm sure I'll find that bolt as soon as I mow, because it'll come out and it's guaranteed to hit the windshield. There's about a 99% chance it's going to hit the windshield when I get it out. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if this thing's already out and it's just super rusted up or what, but I've been turning on it for a while now. Oh, I see. I got to give a little pressure to it. Got it. Now, more than likely, this one's going to fall too, so we need to be prepared for that. Huh. Yeah, ratcheting wrenches would have been the way to go today. All right. Wow, that thing's like 4 inches long. And they so conveniently place these water lines there. There it goes. Okay, I see that one. Now I'm thinking the other one could have fallen in the same trajectory. But I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that one fell through here and bing banged itself right off the engine, and it's probably somewhere 27 feet away. You know how that goes. All right, so we figured out we got to take these back ones off too, guys, to get this system, this water rail or cowl cover rail or whatever you want to call it, off. Now we're going to do a couple of different tests. All are very important. I checked wiring yesterday, so you guys aren't going to get a chance to see that because there's no reason for me to show you guys checking the wiring again. I already did that. I'm not going to do it again. And like I said, I didn't want to do that live because it really wasn't me talking about anything. It was more of me just upset. Or they break off. Yeah, stainless steel bolts onto aluminum, welded together to strip them out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know, bud. Trust me. That's not what I got, though. All right. Can that come down? There it is. Okay, we're going to call that. That comes out of there. I think that's supposed to do that. It's like a breakaway. It's totally fine. That seems to wedge itself right in there good, too. So it's almost like that was something they designed. Almost like it was something they designed. Okay, now I've got 2 coil packs per underneath all these. So we're gonna do a little test on these in just a second. First things first. Oh, wire. You know, at first glance, everything looks fine. So hold on. Well, we got this thing open. Let me just take a look and see if that bolt's somewhere down here, just in case. I got to tighten up these 2 bottom bolts here and here. I know that. We'll do that now too. Just so that's done. That's kind of off topic here, but I noticed the tiniest little bit of water pumping out of those the other day, and I was like, You know, par for the course. Par for the course. So before I even get started in the project, oh yeah. Oh, schmuck. All right, hold on. Well, that explains why this one didn't get tightened down. Okay. I say, guys, just noticing little things the other day. Yeah, that's snug now. Yeah, they were a little loose. Go ahead and just check all these while we're down here. Yep. Yep. I'm sure there's a pattern that you're supposed to follow when you're doing. Oh, that one was definitely loose. Another one of these. Yeah, I'm sure there's like a pattern. All right, everything else seems tight. Now let's put these things back where they were. Just snug. Going 1/4 inch, boys. Just we're doing little turns. Things are small. Things are not exciting. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to test. We're testing this coil. We're testing this wire. I don't know if we can test the plug because if the wire is not firing, the wire is not firing. I already did the plug swap method yesterday, and I couldn't tell any difference, to be honest with you. She's running so rough. That's how it goes, you know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, let me clean my hands up real quick, guys. We'll start messing with that DVOM. I still cannot believe that bolt just went poof, right off the top of that thing, fell right down here somewhere into the abyss. I got pretty good eyes, but more than likely it's probably all the way over by the house by now. All right. Now we know plug wire number 1's firing. We know that. We checked all that yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and remove plug wire 1 and we're gonna do a test. just check the ohms on plug wire 1. Here's a beep. Okay, if you guys can hear that beep, then this wire is good. It's making a connection. Oh, look at that. Just throw the ohm meter. They're not expensive, dude. They're really not. All right, same process. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we got a good wire here. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, this is saying I'm at 0.6. And when I pick up this other wire and do the same thing, okay, 0.6. All right, those wires are good. All right. Doesn't matter which way they go back on because they're both good, you know what I'm saying? We're going to just go ahead and start popping them and checking all of them just because. Oh, yep, there it is. That's a sign right there, boys. She's broken. Go figure, right? All the wires busted off. Yep, that explains a lot. Okay, so we know that one's down. Let's go ahead and get the needle nose pliers out here. Yay! I knew something wasn't right. I knew it. I just had a feeling something wasn't right. Yeah, so if you guys like to party, I like to party for sure. I think this might just be easier just going ahead and buy 6 plug wires. I think they sell them individually. I think that's the issue. And I think I gotta buy like 10 of them. Stupid. Yeah, this looks like it's been done before. This definitely does not look like the first time this thing has been removed. All right. Yeah, like I was showing you guys, look at this. So there's supposed to be like a mass of wires. Can you see that right there? That mass of wires is supposed to be folded over inside of this piece. And there's like no wires in there. Like they're all gone. They weren't there. So that would explain one wire being down. Well, let's continue to check. So we know we need this 1 plug wire. Let's go ahead and check this number 2 cylinder. All right, let's check the old ohms. Nerd life, boys. Wire to dust. Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's going on, Faye? Yeah, Scott, you're nailing it, bud. Okay, this wire's good, but it's a little jumpy. Volt ohm meter. I need like 8-foot volt ohm meter cords. Like that's what I'm gonna get myself for Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we know this one's good. Okay. Back over here. Pull the booty off first, boys. Just so you know. Don't try to pull on the wire. It's not a good way to do it. I knew that other one was broken. That's why I just said, I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, riveting oh. Okay, there's another plug wire down. A lot of connection issues here. Seeing that already. Hey, boys. Listen. What are you not hearing? I'm connected. I'm touching. We got no noise. I know what you're thinking. Could be the volt ohm meter. All right, let's see. Let's try it again. Let's take the broken one, and we'll just touch the wires this time and see if it makes a beep. I'll just shove that probe right down in there. All right, we got no beep there either. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Okay, feeling stupid. Make sure your leads don't fall out when you're jerking on your cable, okay? All right, well, this one was good. Awesome. Okay, but we know we're replacing this one, so. All right. God, the amount of crap. Corrosion, dude. It's just making me want to throw up in my mouth. All right, so we now have the knowledge of one bad plug wire. I.e. buy all 6. All right, now, next we are going to pull these caps off, and we're going to start getting some measurements on ohms resistance with those caps. So this should get exciting. This should get exciting, boys and girls, for those of you at home who are wanting to know what nerds do. This is what we do. I still cannot believe that bolt fell in some ungot. Did you guys even see it? I'm sure one of you guys saw it. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna let them look all day. Not cool. All right, let's check one of these. I should be able to just pull one of these wires to see if it's a wiring. I'm gonna just do that real quick. Get a good ground. Okay. All right, guys. What I'm doing right now is reverse wire testing for those of you guys that want to see. You guys want to see this? All new ignition components, no issues, knock on wood. Later on. Later, bud. Yeah, no, because if I attempt to show you, it's going to tell me you're reconnecting again. This is just easy. Okay, but anyway, I'm just reverse checking the wires, dude. There's a ground here that's already established, so I'm just using it, okay? On this side, there's a ground. I'm just sticking my probe to it. And then I'm looking on the positive or hot side of the ignition coils. And if they're hooked up properly, I should get a buzz. You understand what I'm saying? I should get a little beep there from across the coil. That one's good. That's good. This is just back checking my wires. I said probe. All right, there's that one and one more. Okay, so the harness, okay, from the ignition system up to each individual coil is working properly. The harness is no issues with the harness. None of the wiring for the cylinders to fire back to the stator, none of that's messed up. So we know wiring's good here. Wrap it before you. Yeah, right. Okay, the next thing we're going to test, guys, is the ohms resistance on one of these stators. So this is going to get interesting. Now, how we're going to do that is we're going to come through on its own negative, and we're going to come through on its positive. And we should be, oh yeah, you got to turn it on. We should get an ohm reading here. I don't know what the manufacturer says it should be, but we're gonna find out, because we're gonna get a reading if correct, if I'm correct. Okay, hold on. All right, that's not gonna give me any kind of reading. How about this one? You know what? What's going on here, dude? That part of the circuit's not connected. Okay, so we got to pull this thing off to figure out what side of the circuit we got to test these on, because we might have to test on the positive to positive side. Let me see. No. No. Okay. Oh, by the way, the batteries are all disconnected. Don't do this with your batteries on. Let's shut this off. Let's try to pull one of these casings. Let's delve into this. Let's take something that could have been simple and let's make it really difficult, boys. You ready? Let's do this. I know what you're thinking. Why don't you just go get your power tools, man? It makes it a lot faster. Yeah. Yep. It'll make it a lot faster, all right. It'll be super fast and super broken. I don't really think this thing can take too much torquing on it, to be honest with you. This thing's got like a dual pack cover. I looked up what the manufacturer said, and they gave me an ohms resistance for this one section here for an individual one. So it looks like I'm gonna have to like check them all individually. You know, why not, right? Listen, there's only two ways of doing things, okay? There's the right way and there's the hard way, and I choose the latter. All right. All right. There's that. Now, these little things must just individually pop out of there, which they appear to do. Okay. Let's get all these bolts off here. Those are going to be 3/8. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. What are you doing? Being poor, I can't have the marina do anything for me because I can't afford it. Because they're ridiculously priced and they're just going to do the exact same thing that I'm already doing. So there's that. All right, let me get these things off. Put those nuts right back on. And take a whole block off here, you know what I mean? Now hold on a second. Is this? Oh, boys. Something just fell off. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey, just everything go down for me real quick. Just everything all at once, please. Oh yeah, there's another part missing. Great. Yeah, no, we're definitely going to have to bring the metal detector out here. No doubt in my mind. There's stuff just falling off and... Yep, it's my life. Should be doing this in the driveway, but I almost lost that one too. Good times. Get a boat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. All right, so now we got these things off, guys. Gotta figure out how we test these things. It appears that they slide out like that. Now, I don't have a distinct smell to them. Oh my God. All right, enough. Well, that didn't come out so easy, so I'm thinking one of these could end up being the issue. And then I got to check all of them out. So we got to figure out with these first ones how to check them. And then with everything after these, uh-oh, we found one. That's one of the ones that was missing. Now let's see if we can find the other one in the course of just staring around sometimes. All right, so my grounds look good. I don't really see anything affecting the grounds. We checked those. Let me go wash my hands. Let me go wash my hands real quick because I don't want to be touching all over the DVOM all nastied up. You guys can come with me in spirit. I'll leave you out there staring at the boat motor. I see people stare at stupider stuff on YouTube. Trust me. Hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. All right, I'm back. I'm not really back. I'm over here. I'm in the garage. I'm looking for something, you guys. Hold on. All right, I found something that might help me in my quest for the missing nut. Let's see if this thing is magnetized enough to find one. Maybe if I hit it directly, there's a chance. But this isn't the strongest magnet that I own. Sorry, guys. I'm obsessed with things. And right now I've got a bolt that's missing. My obsession level is hitting like 35. Like, I'm ready to just, you have no idea how bad this is bothering me. It's kind of a bad thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of a bad thing. It's all good, man. They lied. They lied. This is true, bud. This is so true. You have no idea. Okay, so I got the throttle set back to the factory settings for the carburetors, you guys. And I came out the other day and hit 54 miles an hour in this bad boy, and was really, really excited. Then putted around for about another half hour in slow speed, and then put it up, and everything was fine. Started up in the yard the next day and noticed it had like a miss to it, and it wasn't a good miss. It was pretty bad, and now I know why. I've got a plug wire that broke off, so I understand that. The next issue is, where did that stupid little bolt go? Because we got to find that. It can't be like sitting somewhere. And then we got to figure out how we're going to ohm test these things. Okay, so it looks like there's a permanent negative affixed to them. I'm smelling them because you know how like sometimes with electronics you can smell the magic smoke? You know what I'm talking about? The stuff that you know is not supposed to come out of your electronics, and when it does, it's usually because it's toast. I was just trying to see if maybe that was one of those, but it's not. All right, let me just check this. See why that's okay. Okay, hold on. .4. Okay, let's see this one. All right, we'll try it again. It's jumping around, but it's like 0.3, 0.2, 0.3. Okay, now let's check this one. Jumping around, jumping around. Okay, 0.6. All right, so you guys want to see this? Here, we'll do it together. All right, so 1 coil pack, 2 coil packs. Okay. Volt ohm meter set to 200 ohms with sound. Okay. We got a negative side, we got a positive side. I'm gonna put my negative to my negative, and I'm gonna put my positive to my positive, and we should get some noise. Okay. We got noise, right? Now here's what we're looking at. 0.7, 0.8, right? You guys see that? Okay. Let's check this other one. Okay, 0.7, 0.8 on this one too. All right, so that's 2 of them now. So now that we know how to check these things, we got to pull them from the circuit, and then we've got to fire them up to see if they're wrong. All right, but that's not the end of this, because here's the issue. 0.7 and 0.8 might just be bad. So we don't know how many ohms these things are going to come up on until we really put the love on them. You know what I mean? We really got to get them in a position where we know by looking at all of them, if they all pull the same ohms, then we know none of them are bad. You understand? We're all good there. We're moving on. We're not even going to take the time to do anything like that. So let's get these other coil packs off. We know what we're doing now. We've got all our tools where they should be. We're probably gonna go ahead and pull wires first because that was where the mistakes came in last time. All the plug wires are coated. Don't worry about it. I know where everything goes. Nobody be like, oh my God, he's gonna make a mistake. His wires aren't gonna go back right. Shut up. Wires are gonna go back fine. God. Everything's fine. Just, let me just do this. I'm sure these connections are totally clean. I don't think that has anything to do with any issue that I'd be having. I think we are going to get the power tools out, though, because this is going to take like a week to take all this stuff off and put it all back on. When in doubt, power tool it out. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get right. Save a lot of time using power tools, especially big ones. Now, I don't know what the manufacturer specification says for this thing, so, there's that. But we're getting pretty consistent numbers across the first two. So right off the bat, if we get consistent numbers on all four, I'm going to call that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to pretend like, oh, well, it could be different. I doubt it. You understand? I really doubt it. If it's pulling the right ohms, then it's just basically a big capacitor. So if it's pulling the correct amount of ohms, then we know the capacitor's got to be working correctly. If it's pulling a limited number of ohms, less or more, then we either have a draw or we have failed connection. So that's how we have to look at that when you're dealing with electricity. Now, I could be totally wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I could be totally wrong and not know anything about what I'm talking about. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. One of you guys might actually be a professional boat mechanic. You'd be like, dude, you are wasting your time. And I'd be like, okay, got it. You know what I mean? Like, thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out and telling me what I should do different. I appreciate that. Nothing says thanks like backseat driving. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to check something out real quick with this last one before we even pull it off. Because I think something could be afoot. Don't jerk on wires. Jesus. All right, let's get all this off here. Just for me. Let me just see something here. We might be taking too many bolts out for no reason whatsoever unless we're replacing them, and there's no way to tell. So let's go ahead and get on this. Oh, it's backwards. All right, 0.4, 0.5. Okay, we don't have to take the whole housing off anymore, guys. We just need to disconnect everything. All right. 0.4, 0.5. Okay, so we can put that right back together. We skip a step now. We got this down. We can move a lot faster. So put all these back. We'll go ahead and connect that bottom one again. We'll get that thing back put in there because there's no reason for these to even be out at this point, because unless I'm replacing them, that's not going to really matter. And if they're pulling this, like I said, if they're pulling the same ohms, I'm pretty sure that means it works. I'm pretty sure. I mean, what do I know? You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know. I'm learning this as I go. This is, hashtag two-stroke for life. Because you don't really get much simpler. But we do know we have a bad plug wire. We know that for sure. You guys saw that, so. All right. Let me see. Yeah. There's probably a foot-pounds torque rating to these, but you know your boy Beards. We're moving on. Let's get this other one done here. Little wrench turning ASMR for those of you hanging out at the house or wondering what that noise is. You can find your favorite Twitch streamer doing it soon. Yeah, that goes with salad. All right, back to wires. Yeah, so this is what you pay for when you pay for hours at a mechanic shop. They probably have like much smarter tools than me, but I mean, I'm just coming in with the basics here, which is fine. I mean, it'll get the job done. It'll find you a problem if you got one, but we just could have a spark plug wire. You know what I'm saying? We could just have a spark plug wire issue and plugs. I mean, that'll be a must. That will be a must. Oh, whoops. Pay attention now, boy. It could just be a plug wire. But I'm sure it's going to end up being more than that. We're going to replace plugs just because. Maintenance, you know. Maintenance. Yeah, so if anybody's got some like pro tips for me, that would be awesome. If anybody knows a little bit about this stuff and what I should be looking for other than the spark plug wire. I know what you're going to say. Some of you guys are going to be like, well, what seems to be the problem? Let me start by prefacing what's not broken, and then we'll go on from there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about this thing. And sometimes, I mean, it could be worse. I don't know how much worse, but I mean, I'm sure I could experience it. More than I'm experiencing right now. experiencing right now. Yes, I was talking with a buddy of mine today, and him and buddy were talking about the totals of what the pearls got in her up to this point, and it's not good. It is not good. Not at all where it should be. I can tell you that. Like it should honestly be at next to just the cost of the gadgets that I've put on the boat. But the reality is, it's far from that. It's way past the gadgets that I've put on the boat. Just in simple stuff. That's not even counting my time. You know what I mean? If I was like paying for this, like to have somebody do what I'm doing right here and checking stuff, and I don't, they don't. That's why your boat sits for so long at the marinas, because they're not interested in that. Those are called problems, and problems just have a way of causing time. So the best thing for you to do is just pretend you don't need to use it. Just do something else. Like today, I should be out fishing, but we're learning about other issues today. All right. Yeah, I don't see where any of these could have any problems. This one was good. So we might just try to fix this other spark plug wire. If y'all are hearing what I'm saying, we might just try to cut a little bit of this insulation, see if we can't fire this bad boy back up. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to play around. I ain't waiting for no parts. If we don't get nothing that's wrong on this end, it's just going to be a stator. And at that point, if I'm putting a stator in it, I'm just going to take this whole power head off and just go to work, because she's going to be down for a minute. Because I'm not paying to have somebody do what I already know how to do. I won't do it. I mean, we might be a few nuts short here and there when we get done. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. That's just because I care. I think the thin grease coating on all these is just part of the experience that the boats had. I'm pretty sure of that. And now I'm making sure I'm disconnecting the spark plug wire, because I just don't want any additional resistance put on there that'll cause a problem, because we already checked the wires. Wire said they was good. They're just dirty. I'll probably take some canned air and blow these things out. All right, let me see what we got here. I still want to know if any of you guys saw that bolt fall, because it fell from like here. It looked like it went that way. But once it gets down to this part here, there's no telling. Absolutely no telling. I would have been excited if it fell like right here, but it didn't. All right, back to work. All right. 0.1, 0.2. Wait a second. Point 3, 0.2. Well, We got good news. All those are working. All of those are working, boys. So we might just get away with putting some plugs in her. We might just get away with putting some plugs in her. We're going to try to fix this cob job, this plug wire up over here, because why not? You know what I'm saying? If I can save me $2 to cut me a little piece of wire, $2 I'm saving. Because your boy is not trying to spend money on this here boat. No mo. We know the wire is just broken, so maybe we can pick up a wire at the old marina. Probably gonna try to charge me like, oh, $32. What, dude? $32? Yeah, well, you know, things are expensive now. We're building back better. Yeah, well, I don't want to buy a new boat. I just want a spark plug wire. You know what I mean? All right. All right. Well, for those of you guys who just joining us, we're shade tree mechanicing over here today. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Just give me 1 second. Trying to get this done the right way here so you guys can see what I did. We're gonna check this thing again once I get done doing it. All right. We are ready to go. Neighbor's home. I'm sure he's gonna come over, or maybe not. What's up, Scott? Marine part, so it has to be. Yeah. I went back and looked. Oh boy. Yeah, me too. I think I should keep looking deeper too, bud. To be honest with you. Probable cause found one with bad plug wire. Should keep looking deeper into the coils and starter stators. Is the nut of the engine by the shifter? You know, I'm thinking the same thing, man. I just looked in the shifter compartment and I didn't see it. You know, they like to fall in there. I'm gonna go over it with a magnet here in a little bit, but I found this. I'm gonna try to reaffix this plug wire and see if that doesn't fix it. If I recrimp this plug wire down and we get ohms resistance through this plug wire, we should be good. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be it. Let's get this thing back opened up. For those of you at home, this is a totally normal practice at any of your local shade tree mechanic shops. They have this exact practice in effect all the time. So what I'm doing is not uncommon. So you guys want to see it? Well, I'll tell you what, that looked like Mercury Factory. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You saw it? Nut behind the round thing. The nut's behind the round thing with the round thing in the middle of the throttle. Is that where you saw? Holy shit, dude, you did see it. Scott, bro. Are you kidding me? Dude, special shout out tonight at 7:15 for Scott, dude. That was, bro, are you kidding me? All right, guys, so look, we're back to life. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Beard's hooked it up. I made it a tad bit shorter than the previous one, but I think I'm totally okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's perfectly acceptable. Now, the other one had like a zip tie right here on it for some reason that I cut off. So I'm going to put that zip tie back on again. I think that's just to keep the grommet from slipping. Oh, Scott, dude, you are just, oh God. That's boss, Scott. Just so you know, man, like seriously, that's like boss. That's next level right there, bro. I owe you bigly. Like, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Neat. I can't believe you saw that, bro. And then said something about it. That's the best part about it. Like, that's super cool, man. I'm serious. That's super duper cool. Because I'd do it for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I would totally do that for somebody. I would not let them just sit there and Hawkeye and be all, so, you know, frustrated and stuff. Because this stuff's frustrating enough on its own, dude. You know, you don't need any extra. Trust and believe that. This is just madness. Okay, let's do an ohms test on this thing real quick. See if the wire's not broke internally. Boys, been there, done that. Hey, Scott, guess what? We fixed the plug wire. We have fixed the plug wire, y'all. How cool is that, man? Let's get this thing plugged back in. It's about 1/8 of an inch shorter than the factory plug wire, but she still clips. All right, so that part's done. Let's wash hands real quick. That's probably all it was. You know what? And I'm thinking the same thing, bud. I'm like really in the same position you are with it. With that, that's probably it. You know what I mean? Like, you're out here really over diagnosing, and meanwhile you just had one foul plug. You know, literally one foul plug that was throwing everything off. It was beating up your timing. It was doing all kinds of stuff. Because we just did a full check on everything else. I checked all the wiring and stuff on this side. All the fuses and stuff are good. I don't have any worries about any of that. I had a small fuel leak issue, totally fixed that. I've got one red wire that just randomly runs off on the top here that I don't know what it is. That's, you know, that's something, I'm sure. Other than that, man, I think we can go ahead and take a second. These are water, so I'm not really too worried about those. But yeah, we had a carb issue. I fixed that. One bad wire. I know, man. It's a two-stroke, dude, and it throws 30 other problems. You know what I'm saying? That one wire is responsible for 19 different issues that you're experiencing with your boat. Ones that have nothing to do with it, like, oh, my foot stuck up. Yeah, well, it could be one of them bad spark plug wires. You know what I mean? Could be a bad spark plug wire that sometimes gets the foot sticking up. I've seen it. You know, that's how stupid this is with this thing. Like, and I don't mean stupid like, oh, I mean stupid like, come on. I'm probably going to go pull new plugs. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that. I personally think that could be a really good idea. These old NGKs probably have seen better days. Scott's in here, so we're gonna. Scott's like superhero of the day at this point. I mean, that was unbelievable. Yeah, I've got no trodes left. That's what they look like. Is that right? Does that look about right? How old are they? Last time these things were replaced, Moses parted the Red Sea, for all I know, Scott. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, buddy. I have no. This is the fun of it, Scott. Is that when you're stepping into an old boat project like this, and you literally have no knowledge of any existence of this boat prior to your experiences with the boat. Like, that's where I'm at with it. I have zero knowledge of any existence of this boat at this point. I have zero. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know what's been done. I know what I've done, and that's, you know, the direction I go with it. I did this, I did this, I did this. You know what I mean? All right, can't forget to hook the water pipe back up. I don't need this centerpiece off anymore, so that's why I'm cooking with gas on that. I'm all set. I'll just stick these last couple of bolts back on here. I mean, would you guys agree? Stick the bolts back on. We can do the plugs without having this cowl on or off, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it. Got some tools. I wonder how much these plugs are gonna cost me. You know what? Let's take one of these off. Where do you think the best place to get plugs is? O'Reilly's or something like that? Okay, these are BU8Hs. Okay, I saw these. Yeah, I'm going to guarantee these plugs are probably shot out. I'm just going to take the one out for now. NGK BU8H. Okay, we don't even need, I don't want to leave a cylinder open. That's the whole thing. So I'm going to write it down. Hold on. Let me write it down. I'll be right back. Wash my hands. I guarantee if I go to the marina, they're going to charge me probably $3 more per plug. So I'm really thinking I'm going to go down to O'Reilly's, dude. Let me get a Post-it and write this stuff down. I'm probably just going to go down to like an auto parts place, man. Straight up. And grab these plugs and be done with it. You know what I mean? If there's even anybody in here. Oh, there's co people in here. Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, so let me see, what was this? This was NGK. Now I did see these plugs, Post-its. I did see these plugs online, so I just want to make sure I got the right one. It says, oh, it said Bush. It says BU8H. I thought it said Bush. That's funny. All right, so we got our Post-its. I think everything else is going to be good, man. I think we fixed that plug wire. I think that was a fantastic idea one of you guys had. Instead of, and then Scott found the missing bolt. That was I'm going to clip that, Scott. I'm going to clip, that's going to be a short. You know what I'm saying? One of those, this is why I do things live, because every once in a while, somebody does something really cool, like saves me a lot of time. I had a little fuel leak on this side, bud, but I went ahead and addressed that yesterday. For those of you who are wondering how that's going, that was fine. I still got a little bit of gook here that needs to get cleaned up, but all in all, I mean, she's running. She's running. I got this tree in my shorts. Yeah, so it looks like let's just go down and get plugs, dude. Let's just go down and straight up. We're going to change the plugs. Like I said, we know all the wires work, and then let's go out on the water because have had enough. I really have, dude. I'm ready to go fishing. I should have already been fishing. I mean, for the record, just being honest, I should have been on the water 3.5 hours ago. There's this issue, you know what I'm saying? She's not catching spark. She's not revving up fast, which I'm probably going to bet's going to end up being plugged. So we're going to go buy those right now because I'm not fiddling around anymore. My poles are already still packed. All I have to do is throw them in the boat. And we are oh, I didn't put the bolts back on. That's right. You know, I'd like to just leave it open, but I should go ahead and put these bolts back on. I should do that. Probably a good idea. So I don't forget again. And like these bolts are in the worst spot. Let's pop this water line off again, just to move it out of the way. So we can get to this bolt a little bit easier. Yeah, that's funny. Scott knew right where the bolt was. Dude, that was epic. That's so cool. I'm like laughing about that because it's not funny. It's just one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen, dude. You're gonna drop something, especially when you're working out here in the dirt. You know, I got a fancy garage and everything, but I can't work in it because it's got stuff in it. But I do have a warehouse that I can go work in if I need to. Like if it's something major. Buddy said I could go down and just park it in the warehouse. And then we've got all kinds of space. You know what I'm saying? We can just literally work in the big wide open warehouse. That's cool. That'll look cool. We might use the warehouse for the deck project only so I don't have to keep covering and uncovering and covering and uncovering the boat. We'll just do that. Well, that was kind of stupid. Why is this back one even on here? I didn't even need to take this back one off. Dumb, dude. Yeah, so I've got access to a little warehouse area if I need to really take the boat apart and do some pretty serious stuff. I got that. And I can see myself buying some ratcheting wrenches in my near future. For anybody that was wondering if I was looking for something for Christmas, ratcheting wrenches, preferably standard. I mean metric if you want to, but I prefer standard only because the boat seems to be taking a lot of standard stuff. No, I'm just kidding. You guys don't have to buy me nothing. I was just messing around. I thought it was funny. Just a joke, folks. Just a joke. Oh man, could it possibly just be something simple like one bad plug wire? Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, that's all done. Yeah, one bad plug wire would really make me feel better about myself. Because, I mean, that's just something that happens. Like, you can't control that. You know what I mean? Then I don't feel so bad about it. What I was thinking was, you know, a lot of issues. Well, we've pretty much figured out those issues aren't really real. It's just the timing's thrown off. The timing's thrown off with that cylinder that's out. And like I said, more than likely it's going to end up being some plugs are really roughed up too. So they look pretty burnt out. We'll go ahead and change those up. And that should, I'm going to tell you, we could be out on the water this afternoon by 1. I say we could be. No, I don't think so. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock now. There's no way. Well, I mean, there is. If we can get down to O'Reilly's pretty quick and get this done. Now, you guys keep an eye over there in case this thing falls. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're going to check out O'Reilly's and see if we can't get these parts. I mean, O'Reilly sponsors Roland friggin' Martin. Okay, they better have boat plugs, like straight up. If they don't, and they're in my neck of the woods, like, dude, are you kidding me? I'll personally email Roland Martin and be like, buddy, you need to talk to your folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some nonsense right here. This is some pretty serious nonsense right here. All right, let me clean this stuff up. So what'd you guys think of that, man? That's pretty cool, right? Did some ohms tests and stuff. We got relatively the same reading. I mean, which leads me to believe, hear my logic out before you think that I don't know what I'm saying. Here's my logic. If all of them have the same ohm reading, either they all work or they're all broken. Like, the choice is up to you at that point. What do you think? You know what I mean? Because I'm going to go with the first one. I think they're all working just fine. I really think this one plug was throwing my timing out just enough, causing me issues. Because that happens. Little two-stroke motors, boy, they're known for temperamental. You can fuel oil mix is a big one. And the other ones are timing, because if you got a cylinder that's out, not firing in correct order or just anything along those lines, you could end up having some problems. Which, like I said, that would explain it. That was the number 3. Yeah, because the firing order is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine that. Post it. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do this, guys. We'll end the stream. I'll run down to O'Reilly's. I'll come back. We'll restart another stream. We'll do the plugs together. And then I'll end that stream. And then if we feel up to it, see what time it is, you know, we'll go fishing. Because that's what I really want to do. I really want to get this pig out on the water and just drive for a minute. Not that there's anything wrong or like I'm upset about anything. No, I just really am tired of putting time and effort into this boat and not being able to use it. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have all these problems. Buy a boat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I just should be able to get in it and just go. You know what I mean? Like, anytime I want. It should have an endless amount of gas that just goes in it all the time, whenever. And I should just be able to roll out. Like, see ya. But that never seems to happen because, like I said, Sunday I went fishing and she was rough. She was rough Sunday. Like, she wouldn't stay. She'd run, but she couldn't power out. It was just bad. It's just really bad all the way around. I got up on plane. She come off plane. She's not staying heavy. It's burning a little rich because now I know there's a whole cylinder that's down. So with that cylinder being down, she's not using the fuel like she's supposed to. We know that for a fact. Next couple of months, man, we'll see what happens. We'll take it one step at a time. What do you guys think? I think that's a good idea. Well, guys, without further ado, it's been real. It's been fun. Oh, I should have started off with, hi, friends. You guys know what that is about. All right, but yeah, no, on a serious note, guys, I'm going to go up to O'Reilly's, and I'm going to go get some parts, and I'll be back. See ya.